It's
golf.
I love how much Travis hates this couple. Who I'm the guy.
yes.
I think the couple who got engaged after the massacre. Now, like they're
Well, they have 2 kids.
I kind of hate them too.
You do hate.
I'm
them.
glad they survived, but I hate the guy. I hate him.
He's Travis was talking about how much he despises this guy. Here comes Trav, and it's questionable as to what he did during the shooting. Was he more interested in self-preservation or heroics or what was going on there? Was he pulling
his way out of
a Costanza?
I think what goes on is your brain completely shuts down when mayhem is all around you.
Well, that's when people are separated into those categories of hero and being able to look at a situation, assess and react, and sheer panic. The fight or flight comes into play, and apparently this guy loves that flight part of the whole thing.
Because isn't your parental instinct supposed to come in?
Right,
Like, and you're protecting your young.
Of course.
Like he was at the movies sitting. It wasn't like they were separated at the buying popcorn and he was inside. They were sitting together in the back of the theater. Him with his fiance and his chick and his 4-month-old and their 4-year-old.
Yeah. First of all, I just hate them for that.
Yeah.
For just bringing 2 kids that age.
But hold on. You've never brought your kid to anything?
To a midnight movie.
I have, but
I've seen kids at all sorts of shit, and as long as they're not acting up, I don't give a fuck. Maybe they knew that the kid would sleep through the whole fucking thing.
I wouldn't take that chance as somebody who hates other parents that do that. Like,
hold on. I brought my kid to because I saw this all over Facebook and I laughed at these idiots because they have no clue. I've brought my very young son to movies, restaurants, and whatnot.
Sure.
And if he does act up, guess what? I'm out of there.
I don't think they would have been out of there.
I've never had
a midnight screening.
We've been lucky. He didn't act up. So
would you have brought your 4-month-old though to the Dark Knight Rises?
Probably
at midnight.
At midnight,
probably, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
if I knew he was
terrible.
gonna, because they sleep 18 hours a day, so probably. I would have had him in a thing in front, and he would have probably slept through the whole movie. But I would have picked a seat close to the aisle or whatever, and if he acted up, I'm out of there. Period. You would hear you would hear maybe one quick cry, and you would hear the door closing. I'd be out of there.
You're in a small minority. Most people are not that giving. Most people, when their kid cries, are
well, they're assholes.
Some of them are.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But this is a midnight movie. This isn't like a kids movie. This is a fucking adult movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It just like this isn't like you're taking your kid to like a Saturday matinee. Like this just seems so selfish that like, oh, they had to go to the midnight
Well,
screening.
their thought is they have no family and they don't make a lot of money.
Movie tickets cost the same every day. Every show.
That's what they're saying. That's
no,
all.
I'm just.
I still hate them.
Yeah,
hate them.
All I'm doing is giving you the other side. Yeah, but of course you should.
Oh, I hear you.
If that's how you feel.
I've
I
done
don't care.
plenty of stuff
I'm
with,
just saying
with my
I've
daughter because I know how she's going to act.
Right.
And maybe
especially when they're first
decided to
born,
do the
all
same
they do
thing.
is sleep, and they sleep through everything. At first,
But I'm not entirely sure that a 4-year-old should be watching.
Well, the
that movie
4-year-old,
either.
that's a whole different argument.
I mean,
because
my kid's 3, and I certainly wouldn't let her watch The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm in agreement with you guys. A 4-year-old is a completely different animal.
Yeah.
They're aware of everything at 4.
Yeah. They're just being selfish. I mean, people sometimes want to do what they want to do, and they, whatever. The
Do you
midnight
think
shit.
the guy was a little more selfish than the girl?
Oh my! That's why. That's
the girl is a
all
hero,
you
right?
need. Well, she did what a mother should do. She protected her kids.
So someone's instincts kicked in, the others didn't. The guy who fucking lost wherever his infant was, and then just decided to leave the theater and not go back in.
And I'm not playing phony brave. Believe me, I'm a coward. But I also don't have children. Like you're supposed to have parental instincts and nature. Like there's nothing more. Of course, the mother wouldn't leave. That's why they get them in custody cases. By the way, if anybody's wondering why women win all custody, it's for this reason. It's because their instincts to protect their young. There's no way the mother would leave the kids.
Oh, what's going on there with that couple? Okay.
White, black.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Maybe a little Hispanic. There's some a little brownish. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she
He's
looks
a black
little
guy.
Hispanic.
She's
Colorado theater shooting.
She looks like she plucks her eyebrows out and then draws them in with a pencil. That could be a Hispanic.
Engaged hours after surviving tragedy. That's
them.
No,
That
that's a
doesn't look
different
like them.
couple.
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
That's a different couple, man.
That's
than the
definitely
one
not
you're
the
talking
couple.
about.
The couple
right
I'm
now.
thinking about is a white couple.
Yeah. Sam,
Put in
what did
Batman
you do?
Batman
Sam doesn't
engaged.
see color.
Hold on, what's
He
that
just
name?
saw a couple.
No, I
He
know.
just saw a couple. That's very
How
noble.
about Legreta?
That's their name.
Oh, wow, that's them?
Legreta.
Then somebody else showed the wrong people.
No, that's not
Yeah, I
them.
saw a different
That's
picture.
Patricia
That's
Legreta.
not. But they're not the ones with the 4-month and the 4-year-old. The other two were all over the place.
Legreta
The other
and
two
her
are,
daughter,
are both Hispanic.
Unless
the
it-
couple's son Ethan. That might be them. Maybe there was. Maybe you're looking at a different picture. Maybe they put a wrong picture in the paper for that couple.
It says
What's his name?
Legreta and 19-year-old Jarrell
The
Brooks.
story you guys are saying
Oh,
about
no.
No, Roars.
Thank
This
you.
is this guy saved her.
Oh, that guy. So that's the guy that saved her.
Yeah.
The
So
black
there's
dude
not even a
saved her.
picture with her fiance.
No.
After the fiance tooled out of
No,
there.
there's no reason there should be a
So
picture
they
of him.
think those two are the couple.
Well, you
I
know
think
what?
the media fucked it up.
It kind of shows right there that definitely makes me think that they're getting engaged.
Yeah,
You don't have a
wouldn't you?
headline that says Colorado theater shooting victim engaged, then a man and a woman.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what are you saying?
No,
I'm saying that
These two are not getting
they're not
engaged.
getting
Makes
married.
it look
but
like
it makes
that.
it look like that.
But
Does
these
make
two
it
were
look
interviewed for whatever reason, and then I
Yeah.
think the media heard, engaged, and went with this picture,
No.
not knowing the,
Yeah.
Well, because
the,
he
the
saved,
real guy.
He saved her, and GMA reunited the two of them.
He saved her and her daughter while that fucking cocksucker boyfriend of
Oh
hers
man.
left his kid there.
Yeah, but you know what? To his credit, he kept calling her cell phone.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
See.
He lost track of his
Nice.
infant son. That does not
Wow.
sound like a man who would have walked outside if the kid was crying. What a piece of shit.
And that's why, like, I totally get what you're saying, Ope. Like, I've taken my daughter to stuff, because I know how she's going to act.
Yes.
But, like, this guy just gives me the sense that he wouldn't have left like you or I would have.
Unless he's in danger.
But I
and then
heard-
he-
Yeah, unless
Didn't he
I
jump
tell
off something? I heard he put the kid down and jumped, thinking that that was the best chance the kid had.
I have no idea.
What?
I haven't read that.
I would have went back in the theater, but
I wouldn't have left the theater.
You don't leave your
But you don't
fucking
even know.
kid.
I mean, you got a guy, a fucking maniac. Who knows what is going on?
Isn't your instinct to fall on your baby?
Your instinct is to protect your
Of
kid.
course.
I
fall
would
on
gather.
your kid?
Even if I did leave, yeah, I would have gone back in. Once you realize that, oh, okay, they're not out here.
I've
Let me
said,
go back in.
I said a few months ago, when you become a father, you realize that you would actually absolutely give up your life for your kid.
Oh yeah. I mean, there were boyfriends who took bullets for their girlfriends
Right.
here, and this guy's running away from his kids.
Jeez.
I wouldn't fault the guy who left his girlfriend. Like, I could see myself doing that.
All I'm saying is, I think you're breaking it down to the basics. I would like to know more details about what was going on there.
He hightailed it out of
He
there.
hightailed it out of there.
Yeah.
That's all
He hightailed it the fuck out, man.
You saw smoke, and he ran into the kitchen.
And that's why he
He
said
ran out of
marry
there
me.
like a cartoon character.
Oh,
Yeah.
plowing over children, women, and walkers.
That's why he wants to marry her. He feels guilty.
Yes.
He feels guilty
Yes.
about the cowardly. And again,
Well-
I'm not phony brave, but I don't have fucking infant children to look
Well,
after.
get the interview because he goes through moment by moment what he was doing. I think it was on Anderson Cooper, if you can find it.
Then I got some juji fruits.
He's like the fucking guy in the Saving Private Ryan. that just stood
Right.
on the stairs while his friend was being stabbed upstairs.
Because his
A big
account of what
Nazi.
happened was chilling, to be honest with you.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
like,
Chilling.
His name is.
I've never been in that exact situation, but
But I could see leaving a woman, another adult. I could see doing that.
I don't know.
But an infant? You have a fucking 4-month-old infant and you leave it in the theater?
He throws the kid at the
That's not
fucking
the one.
gunman.
That's not
try
the
to
one.
distract him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's not the one. That's not the one.
Anybody get a Than
That's not the
vibe from the
one.
guy when you first see him? Did you? Yeah.
you mean
the
the-
gunman.
Oh, the
you,
gunman.
You get like the second you look real quick, you're like the first thing I thought was, oh god, he kind of looks like Than.
Wow, they don't have the interview. It's chilling. It really was chilling.
See
Maybe
if
it
you can
wasn't
Google
Anderson
him,
Cooper.
Sam, his name is
Maybe it was Piers. It might have been that dope.
Jamie
Piers.
Moores, ROHRS
I think it was Piers.
interview.
Piers.
I think it was actually Piers Morgan. I think he got that one.
Did
I'm
Piers
sure
ask him, why did you leave your son in the...
It is. It's about 4 to 5 minutes.
I'm sure he tried to make it
Of him-
sound like he was.
I don't know.
How do you run away and leave them
Here
there?
it is. This is it right here.
All right.
This is the
Let's
couple
hear.
we're talking about.
I find myself just standing and just my son's on the floor and I'm looking around and like I see the balcony because the shots had stopped for a second and I look over to see if I can jump over because I'm on top of the balcony and I'm contemplating in my head, like, can I jump and can I jump with Ethan without him breaking his neck or me landing on him and like as I turn to like find Ethan in the dark of the theater with the gas, like I'm just so disoriented and I lose him. I just lose him and
oh boy.
Then he opened fire again and I'm like, you gotta get Ethan, you gotta get Ethan. So I'm trying. I'm like.
Can you
gotta
pause
run
that real
back,
quick?
You gotta run.
Can you look at her face?
Oh,
look at the
man.
fucking face on that. Look at her. There's not an ounce of a loving look.
No,
She is pissed, right?
She fucking knows.
she's looking down. There's no emotion on her face. Like he's and
He left her in the theater
Yes.
to be shot.
He ditched
pissed
her.
on you,
And the kid. He left the fucking baby to be shot.
Man.
They probably will never get over this.
No.
Do you think that'll come up in arguments later on in
Oh yes.
I would bring it up. I don't even know him. I'm going to bring it up with whoever I'm dating.
life? He'll never be allowed to go anywhere with that kid again.
Oh man,
Dude, that's listening to this. She was right there with him. Why would you need to jump instead of just laying over your fucking son?
Oh man, yeah. Just get on the ground.
You picture
Hope
your
for the
father
best.
fucking running out of a room that there's a shooting in and leaving you there?
Oh man.
What a fucking cock! This guy sucks.
Wow. Yeah,
Fire
look.
again.
You're right. Her face.
She is fucking literally. She'd be happier if he was describing how he got blown in the lobby.
I'm like, you gotta get Ethan. You gotta get Ethan. So I'm trying. I'm like, you gotta run back. You gotta run and find him and get him. And then one side saying, just jump. If you run back, you're dead. That's it. You're done. You're done. This is it. Just jump. Just pray that he won't kill your 4-month-old. Just pray that you don't find him. And so I jump and I run and I land and I'm running. As I'm running, I'm looking behind me to see if people are running behind me, and I'm looking for her and for our daughter, and I don't see him. And one half's telling me, just go back in, go back. Like, you can't leave him in there. And it's like, well, if you go back, you're dead too. And what if our kids live and they're orphans with no parents? And you're just thinking, like, please let him get out alive. And then I'm thinking, I don't want to live. If they all die, I don't want to live.
You wanted to live bad enough to leave him there, motherfucker.
And her face has not changed.
No.
She's still looking
She's
down.
stone-faced.
She's stone-faced, looking down, won't even look at him. She's disgusted with him.
He fucking he's watch how this is how you know he's full of shit. When he's going, I was looking around, and then all of a sudden he's like, I wanted to get back in. No. Describe the moment where you know where your baby is. There's 4 seats.
Yeah.
And describe how your instinct is to jump off the balcony and not protect Ethan. Ethan. How did you get out of the theater? Why are you not? You couldn't see him on the dark theater floor? I understand being disoriented.
And he was in the balcony? Yeah. And the gunman was below?
Yeah.
You stay in the balcony.
Saying, people are already saying he's never, ever going to get the #1 dad mug for Father's Day. Thank you, Fish, man. Yeah, he's
This
never
guy
going to get that.
fucking stinks.
I think in that scenario, God forbid, if I was there, I would have had to stay with my kid in the balcony and then figure out a move.
Yeah.
He went for his move way too early.
Oh.
Way too fucking
he,
early.
He looked around and said, I don't see my son. All right, I'm jumping.
Just get on top of the
but he
and
might just be
lay there.
He might just be stupid.
I think that has a lot
Part
to
of
do
this
with it.
is
I
he
think
might
he's an
just be
idiot.
stupid. You know?
Even Uncle Paul lays on top of the kids, even when there's no gunfire. In a safe movie theater, he lays down on top of the kids.
I think you're really safe in the balcony.
Even if you're
In that
standing right
theater,
there,
right?
I think so.
your parental instinct should take over and protect
he
your
would-
fucking infant
Yes.
Because the gunman would have to come up and around, up into the balcony. Then him
Then
and
you
Ethan could go for the jump if he has no choice. Left.
Ethan.
He was in a safe position compared to everybody else in that theater.
She's
that night.
disgusted because another man helped her.
Yeah, they're
and
never gonna get over this.
No.
Yeah.
Why would she marry this guy? I mean, of course, she said yes at the end because he,
The only thing
Uh-huh.
we will never know is the absolute panic that you feel in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
what that does to an individual is all I'm saying.
Well, it's supposed
we all
to,
would like to think we'd be a hero
come
and
to the
take
table,
take
yeah.
a bullet for our girlfriend or our wife or you know,
not them. I wouldn't.
You're on
or
your
you
own.
know, jump on your kid. We all would absolutely say that, but the only thing we don't know is the level of panic and what that does to the brain. That's all I'm saying, just to throw it in there.
Well,
But you're supposed to have that.
It's almost instinctual.
Instinctual. That's an animal fucking
You're
thing.
right.
But my point is this: he went for his move way too early. He was in a pretty safe place.
Yeah,
Considering, obviously.
His move should have been
Just to wait it out a little bit longer.
Especially a fucking infant.
Right.
Like, what? Fucking even dogs usually don't bite infants. Even shitty dogs know that infants are something you don't fuck with.
Did he at least shove the infant under his seat before he jumped?
Anything.
He didn't know what a kid was.
I couldn't find Ethan. I jumped. I gotta go back in. But then I'm thinking I could be. He said, then I'm thinking I could be dead too.
And then he's thinking,
which is very telling because he was like, my family's dead.
And then he's thinking, I don't want Ethan to be an orphan. You shut the fuck up. You did it for the kid.
Little orphan Ethan.
But you left Ethan there so he wouldn't be an orphan.
Yeah.
While she fucking trudged out the two kids.
You dolt.
You know how awful this guy's gonna be when they fly together? Oh, he's the worst. I hope this she's not gonna marry him.
No.
I gotta hear
I
what
don't
she
think
says.
so.
She is fucking stone facing him.
Ooh, does she not like this? Let's hear the rest.
Please, I'm praying, and I'm just praying. Just please let him get out alive. And I got a phone call from a Colorado number, and I answered it. And thank God it was Patricia, and just telling me.
And her hero.
Hold
Hold on, pause that.
Yeah.
It was Patricia and her hero, because that's the other picture, the black guy.
Yeah.
She was probably calling from the black
From
guy's
his
phone.
cell phone.
Oh, man.
Of course she was.
Oh, man. It was from his cell
Yeah,
phone.
and I called it back, and there was a rap ringtone, and I didn't know what it was.
Of course, it was a black guy too, because they are cool under pressure, man. Gunfire, they know how to handle gunfire.
Now, you could say that, or you could just say that they'll do anything for a white girl. But good for that guy helping her out. That's you know how fucking disgusted she
man.
is. That you know how this guy has a deep-seated humiliation.
Impotent man, yes.
He fucking left his girl
Cuck.
and kids in the fucking theater, and
some
another
19-year-old had to help him.
19-year-old helped them out, and now he's got to sit there with her and explain that. I'm almost embarrassed for this guy.
Yeah.
And I feel terrible for her.
Keep
Because you know
playing.
this dummy wanted to come to the movie. He's the one that said we'll go. Selfish asshole.
Fuck it, let's go. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
For her to tell me, like, I have asthma, do you have Ethan? And I didn't know what to tell her. And thank God she
Look
had
at
him both.
her.
Can you pause again? I'm sorry. I can't imagine going to my wife. I don't have them.
I don't have him. I jumped and ran. I don't know where the fuck he is.
She's asking, "Do you have Ethan?" And you're like, "Hi."
Excuse me. There was
I don't-
gunfire going on.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I.
Were you in there? That was an every
Yeah,
man
yeah.
for himself situation.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Hearing this interview again, I might be changing my. But I mean the panic in that theater, though.
I mean, maybe there's different levels of heroics and what you would do in this situation, but this guy took the complete fucking coward's way.
He left his own infant
Yeah.
son. If it was somebody else's kid, I wouldn't sit here and posture phony brave. I really
Right,
wouldn't, because I know
right.
I'm a fucking save your ass,
Yeah.
fight or flight guy. But if you have your own infant and your instinct is not to fucking protect your 4-month-old, then you fucking should not be coming in women.
Right.
And 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, and 4-year-old.
Well, she saved the 4-year-old, right?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
she
had
have
it
the
all,
infant
She
or
had
no?
it under control.
She
Yeah,
had
she
the
had
whole
both.
thing.
Well, how about she was a bit selfish, running out of there, not
I got
grabbing
two
the
kids.
husband and the new and the
Oh,
new
boy.
boy.
Wait a minute, didn't she say, do you have Ethan?
No, he said he was worried that that's what she would say.
Oh.
I think what happened
But
was
she said, I
because-
have both of them.
he didn't wanna
Don't worry,
answer.
honey, I have both of them.
I saved both of them.
But I
While
think
you
because of
ran
the
away.
sheer terror and panic and mayhem, they were split up immediately. She's like, "Holy fuck! I'm just gonna grab this kid and hope my husband grabs the other one and get us out of here."
Yeah.
Right?
If
If
he
they
had
weren't together,
If he had the baby and ran out and she had the other kid, I wouldn't be criticizing.
Right.
I'd go, that's, you know.
He just completely dropped the ball here.
But you can compliment him on this. He did take the time to match his shirt to his hat.
He did.
What a
The
clown.
big Broncos fan.
So
Yeah.
This guy sucks. Dude,
She's livid
look at
right
her
there.
fucking face.
Amazing.
he stood in front of his closet trying to find a blue T-shirt to match his Broncos hat for longer than he stood trying to figure
Trying
out
to
how
find
to
his
save his 3-month-old.
Oh, boy.
that's pretty.
It's a
funny.
different blue though.
Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, God.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Honey, we gonna be on TV.
Yeah, this guy is truly fucking terrible.
Does Piers give him any lip about this whole thing?
I think Piers is pretty amazed by his account.
The whole amazed? How about look at the wife's or the girlfriend's face, listen to his story of utter cowardice, and comment on it.
Well, let's see what happens. It's almost done.
Yeah.
Thank God she had them both.
Patricia, there is one happy ending to this, and that is what happened in the hospital later on, that Jamie did something very special. Tell me about that.
We were in the hospital for about a good 10 minutes.
Wow.
And he had gone to the restroom and came out, and he just looked at me and he said, I know this isn't the time or the place. And he's like, but will you marry me? And I said yes. And you just, something like this, just, I was knowing.
Got out of the shitter.
Going through 10
She was still washing shit off her hands. She just took a nervous post-almost murdered shit.
And this idiot thought it was the perfect time.
As the fumes are wafting out. He's like, that's what I want to wake up to.
This guy just isn't aware of anything.
No, he's an idiot.
Women really want to be like in a perfect position if you're going to ask them to marry you.
Yeah.
Not coming out of a shitter.
After a mass shooting.
Right.
Wow. He already had 2 kids, so it's not like, it's not like he waited too long as it was.
Right.
And then when he finally did it after having 2 kids with her, it's after he left the kids behind in a movie theater that was being shot up by a
Let our
maniac.
engagement remind you of my cowardice.
Right.
The
and
time
how it
I
ran
shit
out.
right after you almost made me get killed.
Oh, this guy stinks.
Because of the shit.
Yeah.
Maybe he should stay off TV. He's not coming across too well.
No.
I bet that was definitely his idea, though, to accept the interview. You know, she doesn't want to keep
he's
telling
like,
people this story.
I gotta try to clear myself. And meanwhile, he just sounds like fucking an idiot.
He sounds hateable.
Yeah.
I like her. I don't find her hateable at all. But this, because he's the one that wanted to go to the movie.
Yeah, let's go.
There's no way that maybe they will
I can't
get
get a
married.
babysitter that late and everything. No, we'll take the kids. Just take the kids. Fuck it.
No, they'll get married.
It's only 3 hours.
You got him.
It's only 3 hours at midnight. Oh boy.
And the 4-year-old loves Batman.
Yeah. There's only fucking gunfire and murders and.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
PG-13, parental guidance.
Right.
We are the parents.
We're parenting. We're parenting.
We're guiding them.
Why the rush?
That's what she should have said to her boyfriend as he jumped out of the fucking. He left his fucking girl and the 4-year-old and a 4-month-old that he fathered in the fucking balcony while he jumped.
You definitely don't live that down.
No.
Well, did the guy come in the balcony? Is that what it was?
No. I think the balcony, relatively speaking, I'll say it again, was the safest place that night.
He was down by
For a
the
while.
screen.
Yeah.
So why was this guy jumping down? Like, wouldn't this guy be jumping?
Probably because the gunman at that point moved toward the back of the theater. Now
And he
he's
might
like,
have thought he was coming up the steps.
maybe, and then he's
Old
thinking,
panicky Pete.
now I could jump and run out the exit. Maybe, I don't know.
I would love to know because I
What an
really want to
insane
be wrong.
situation to be in.
Yeah,
Crazy.
leaves his 4-month-old. I can't. Can you think of any circumstance where you would leave your son?
No, of course not. But also, I'm just wondering the level of panic and if that just rewires your brain. I don't know.
Didn't rewire
That's all
the
I'm
mother's
saying.
brain. She stayed.
I think
Yeah.
I think no. She didn't stay. She ran with the other kid.
She took her kids though.
She didn't. No, there were 2 kids.
Yeah,
she took the 4-year-old. The 4-month-old was with him.
No.
No.
He left both his kids.
Oh, and she came back and grabbed the other one. I guess then, right?
She had both the kids.
She had both
No,
of them.
but he's saying that he had one.
No,
of them.
he
No.
thought he was afraid. No, he didn't have a kid. He left them both.
Left them both.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm complaining about.
When he said that, he said,
Why was he debating the whole jumping with the 4-month-old then?
He said, first he said that he was going to jump with the 4-month-old, then he couldn't turn around, couldn't find him, so he jumped
Because
anyway.
she grabbed both kids and
Yeah, he
and
jumped
ran.
without his children.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
He left both
Yeah.
of his kids.
That's
And then
kinda
the black guy came up and got her. And
Yeah,
the
she should be
kids.
marrying the black guy.
If he took his son, I wouldn't be faulting him. If he took his kid and ran,
Right.
and she took the 4-year-old, I wouldn't be criticizing him.
Got you now.
They did
Yeah.
something.
She should marry her protector, the black guy.
The mind of James Holmes. Good job, CNN.
The mind. Yeah, he's a coward and he's a crazy person.
Exactly.
Period. Now shoot him in the fucking head and let's move on. That's how you take care of this shit. Because people are talking about gun control and all that. The fact is, and wow, that is a bullet wound. I feel like a complete idiot. So where did the bullet go in?
Shot in chin. It probably grazed her.
Oh, that's a graze. So that's a big scab.
And knocked her tooth out, though. She also, so it probably, bam, really fucking slammed her in the. It probably felt like she got punched.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
You think that her tooth aches?
Yeah.
But that scar will suck, but it's also a great reminder. Like every day, if something's wrong, if you look at that scar, you're like, wow, I should be dead. Like that's a reminder of how fucking lucky you are to be alive, too.
All right, we got an update on the couple that were in the movie theater. They had a 4-year-old and a 4-month-old. People have a problem with that right there.
Yeah.
I understand the 4-month-old. I don't understand the 4-year-old being at the movie.
Yeah, that's
myself,
a little much.
Because I know when my kid, especially was first born, he just slept all the fucking time. So we were able to get a few things done while he slept in public.
Yeah.
But whatever, that's my point of view on that. But then this guy jumped off the balcony, left the kid behind because he thought the kid might break his neck or whatever. It felt like he couldn't jump with the kid. He didn't even know where the kid was. He didn't know where his future wife was with the 4-year-old. That couple, we talked about him about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Because there's new listeners all the time. There's another piece of that story. Jimmy.
Yeah. He left. Not only does he, and again, the girlfriend I can understand because I would probably leave a girlfriend in the theater. I would be afraid and leave.
It's more of a girlfriend situation, though. They're technically like a married couple. They're not officially married, but I mean, they got a family together.
He left his 4-year-old and his 4-month-old, and he just ran. He left his fucking children in the theater.
Right.
Now, bringing them to the theater shows you that the judgment on this couple is kind of shitty. He left his children in the theater and ran and jumped off the balcony and ran out and I guess left the wife or the girlfriend and her 4-year-old and 4-month-old to fend for themselves while a gunman shot. And then he gets in his truck and drives across the fucking... He left! And he said he was going to call 911.
I don't think you need...
And then he got the call.
I don't think...
He left!
What, you're going to be the 200th person to call 911? At that point, you don't need to call 911. Don't worry about it.
Don't
You
worry.
can assume that someone did that already.
I hate this fucking guy.
He
hate him.
actually left the theater, got in his truck, and drove?
Yeah. This is why women get kids in custody fights.
I had
That's
slight
why.
sympathy for him at first.
Zero.
But now... But...
Terrible guy.
Yeah.
Fucking... And people are going to go, you don't know how you'd react. You're right, guys. I don't. But I will hope that if I am fucking pumping out babies, I will at least react by thinking to grab one when I run out of a fucking theater with someone shooting.
Especially a 4-month-old. You could carry that shit like it's a football.
It's a fucking kid. He just thought of himself and fuck her and fuck the family. And then, let me see that picture.
Then he drove across the parking lot.
Does he have... This guy has weird shit on his body.
What do you mean?
Make this picture bigger. Look at this guy. This guy has fucking this weird, it's not acne, it's these weird bumps all over his chest and arms.
Whoa, what the fuck is
like
that?
the Elephant Man.
I think he's wet.
Oh, is that water? Okay.
Zoom in. I mean, zoom.
I thought it was weird skin thing. Okay, maybe you're right. Is that water?
I don't know.
His hair looks wet.
Yeah, he looks
Wait a
like
minute, though.
He looks all
Like a
wet.
bathing suit.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
He's
Sam.
all wet.
I thought there was something wrong with his
He's
body.
dripping.
That's great.
I'm so glad Sam saved me an embarrassing tweet. But that was the gunman we're looking at.
Oh, by the way, the first 911 call, thank you for this info, Stephen Philly, 1.5 minutes. So that guy thinking he's going to call 911 as he's in his truck fleeing the theater.
He actually got into his truck.
He's lying.
And started leaving.
I was trying to help him out a little bit when the show started.
Wow.
I'm out.
He's terrible.
I'm so out.
He's terrible.
I mean,
He's
I was just thinking about the shock you're in, and I wonder if your whole brain gets rewired when you're in a crazy situation like that.
I mean, even if you do run out,
there's not a parent alive that wouldn't try to save their kid. I understand that.
Yeah, that one. You're wrong. There you go.
Yeah.
That one wouldn't.
Yeah.
There is a parent alive.
Yeah, maybe.
And
you're
not
right.
even waiting out front. Why did he get in his car and leave?
drove
It's
away.
like he did everything bad. I went home. I turned on the TV. I watched Seinfeld.
I took a shower.
Yeah. Took a shower. He's
I
a regular...
canceled all our credit cards. What a bum.
Yeah. I was making an office out of the kid's room.
Yeah, she called. He was already repainting. Who's this? Oh, honey. I thought you were massacred with our children.
Oh, my God.
I didn't. You were there. It's funny. When you and the baby were there, I assumed you guys evaporated to safety.
Yes.
When I jumped down, but then I started thinking, Ethan is not going to have a father. But you left him. Oh, no, I know. But that's why I'm saying he wouldn't have a father, because I was gone. I was afraid he was there.
He was probably home on singles.com as she's calling him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to move on.
Right. And she took a bullet for the daughter.
What?
She
got shot in the leg
yeah,
or something,
she got shot in the leg.
Whoa, so she takes a bullet as he's driving away.
So she did get shot.
Why did she say yes to marrying this guy? I was telling these guys during the break that women love to store shit. And it comes out at the weirdest times.
This is a huge one.
She's got that stored. And
she's got the hydrogen bomb.
Oh, my. Their first fight, she's going to bring it up. Well, at least I wasn't the one that left the kids behind.
You left us!
Right.
It won't even be that, though. There'll be an argument, and she'll say something like, well, I'm still here. Like, what do you mean by that?
Surprised you haven't left yet.
Nothing.
Yeah. Why don't you just get in your truck and drive across
Yeah,
the
why don't you just go, that's what it'll be. It won't just be you left. It'll be like, yeah, just jump in your truck,
Well, they'll be arguing.
Like
They'll be going,
and then as she turns away, she goes, like you did at the theater.
No, it'll be this. No, it's more like you usually do.
Yeah.
and they'll be arguing. He'll be going, I'm leaving. Well, why should now be any different?
Oh, yes.
But here's the thing I don't get. If the guy comes in on the ground floor, they're in the balcony.
He's in a safe spot, technically.
But how does she get shot up there? Like, where was she?
I'm trying to think.
We're fucking up
I
there
don't
with-
think this is a balcony thing. I think, you know how the sides of the theater, you have that entranceway, and it's kind of a little like walkway, and then you can almost jump off the side of the theater seats.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like there's the rail
They
when
have
you're
those
walking up in the
Times Square,
seats,
yeah.
and
Oh, like basically they might have been sitting over the entrance to the door.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And,
That
and,
rail.
and he
Why are they calling
jumped-
it a balcony? That's stupid.
Well, I'm not sure if
That
that's
changes
the case.
everything.
That makes sense. He probably jumped down and ran to safety, and as she was trying to get out, she got shot. Okay.
Yeah, that's like kind of what I was thinking. What
he
it
jumped
was.
over the side. It sounds like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
angle side that could either be 2 feet or 15.
yeah,
if you're
15
way-
feet, depending on how far
way
up
high
in the
up.
theater you are.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
What a
That
fucking twat.
that changes everything. I'm thinking it's a balconies in a safe spot, more or less.
Yeah.
But it sounds like no one was really in a safe spot in that theater.
No, that's true too. But
Why are they calling it balcony? I understand now. It's those where the first like 10 rows are almost like regular like seating, and then you got the big rail.
Yeah, the rail, and you got to walk up
and then
the
all
stairs
those seats
and hold the rail
go
and-
up nice, where
Yeah.
no one's head gets in the way.
And then there's kind of a drop off over the railing.
Yeah, that's not a balcony situation.
No.
really. I'm thinking old school balcony.
Yeah,
where you get
yeah.
to like
Yeah, what is he? Fucking
drop soda on the people below.
John
and
Wilkes
all
Booth?
that. Spit and make believe you're coming on the
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Throw some Jergens.
people. I'm the only one that did that. What happened?
Jergens dish soap on people
Yeah,
and
you know.
groan as you do it.
But now we're learning that the guy drove across the parking lot.
I'm reading another
hoping
quote
for the
from him.
best.
Here's how you know where his head is. He says, I'm thinking he's crying and they're going to come get me.
What?
Wait, who's going to come get you?
The shooter.
Wait, he heard the kid crying.
He's saying,
like,
he's crying and they're going to come get me.
Oh, so he thought the crying kid was going to draw the gunman.
He
over
ran
to him.
away from his crying baby because he thought that. So this cocksucker thinks that So what does he think, that the gunman's going to shoot him? So he'll save his son
my God.
by leaving the source of the noise. What a piece of shit!
Hawkeye's watching him suffocate a chicken
This shit's gonna
in the back of the bus.
this shit's gonna come out. This shit's gonna come out in their next argument. Oh boy, this
It's really hard to
this
find
marriage
stuff.
is doomed.
It's hard to find stuff online because when you Google his name, it's just blog after blog talking about what a coward he
What a
is.
coward.
Oh, they are.
This
Oh,
guy
God, he's
is
getting killed on
fucked.
the internet.
This guy wishes he would have been shot at this
Every
point.
video, every interview of them on YouTube is just filled with comments about what a coward he is.
Oh, that's what nobody else noticed.
No,
This guy
everybody's
is
Oh
noticing.
boy,
just the cowardly.
wow, it's hard to defend.
Put him up.
Hard to defend.
Put him up. Ugh.
What a bag of shit, this guy is.
Bag of shit. He was in his car. Oh my God. He wasn't even at the theater at that point.
My God.
He went from being in the theater with the gunfire and his children and his fucking girlfriend to driving in his car.
Wait, let's have an open mind, though.
All right.
We've all been at a sporting event. You want to get out of there early.
Probably avoiding
I'm
the rush.
assuming there's a lot of commotion. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get in their cars and get out of there.
That's true.
He's going for the early exit to avoid the traffic jam.
Maybe he was looking for another theater to watch the movie in. He was getting caught up in it.
Well, it just started 20 minutes ago.
I
can just figure out the story.
Imagine if they found him in another theater picking up where
What are you
that
doing?
movie
I'm
left
going
off.
to see the movie. You know, I'm the only one brave enough to go into a theater again. He's just trying to talk about how brave he is. You know, it's dangerous on the streets. I was in a car. What? Without a seatbelt on.
And it's not like he just went to his car and just sat in his car and waited.
No.
He drove away.
He could not get further away faster.
All right. And I think we made our point, but this is how this shit will come out. We got Dan in PA. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, guys. Just to remind me of the story, when I was maybe 17, 18 years old, I'm with my now wife, then girlfriend. We're on the beach. She's laying there. She's got her top undone, laying on her stomach, sunbathing. A gust of wind comes, picks up a beach umbrella, starts rolling it towards us. I look up. My first reaction is I jump the hell out of the way, leave her there. And this is her, luckily. And 10 years from now, still when we're in a fight, she still brings up how I jumped out of the way of the beach umbrella.
Umbrella. Oh, my God, a beach umbrella.
Right, so
imagine gunfire and
this guy's
kids.
fucked.
Yeah.
I would just go, you know what? Nah, we shouldn't get married. He should cut his losses. It's going to get ugly.
How did she say yes?
Well, she's in shock.
Yeah, you think that's it?
Yeah, of course.
I think that plus it is also the only father of her kids, and it's like she's in a decision right now. Do I end this relationship and be a single mother, or do I just marry this pansy and hope we're never another shooting?
Right.
This video that Sam has up has 423 dislikes. It's just an interview of them.
Oh, shit. And what are the comments?
This one is my favorite. Bitch, please. This fool threw his baby on the floor, ran out of the theater, hopped in his vehicle, started the ignition, and drove away.
Keep going. Meanwhile, a teenage
boy proved himself more of a man than this Roars idiot by taking a bullet while protecting the family that Roars left behind like garbage.
Wow, this guy.
Then the coward Roars just drove around until his girlfriend called his dumbass and let him know what the danger was over. What's disgusting is you defended such repressible conduct.
Wow. Reprehensible.
Yeah.
This
Almost
one,
100%.
I'm getting this one into. It says, as he slid down off his chair to hide, his baby's head got caught between the seats in front of him and started crying. Like his baby's head and got stuck in between the seats. This guy is a piece of garbage.
Wow. He just... Well, I'm surprised he didn't throw the kid to the gunman and go, here's what you're looking for. What a fucking bum. What a bum.
Can you fucking believe that this guy is that cowardly?
And then he's accepting interview requests.
Yeah,
just hide in shame. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
I'll talk about it again, sure.
Oh man,
that's funny.
And the girlfriend took a bullet.
Yeah, she took a bullet protecting her daughter.
One YouTube user is asking a good question. This dude drops his baby and leaves his 4-year-old and girlfriend, goes to his car, drives away, and calls her from his cell phone. Did he leave a voicemail? Hey, baby, you shot?
Oh, this guy stinks.
Fucking great.
No, and you know what? Not only did he leave, but he takes the vehicle. So, like, even if they do get out,
what are they gonna do? Yeah. They just. He he is just an example. When you see, like, there are genuine acts of heroism that happen. Stories coming out of guys that did protect their girlfriends, protected colleagues, and other guys that were, I guess, one of the Navy guys protected another one. And stories like that are amazing. It just shows what people can do under those circumstances as far as, really coming to the table. On the other end of the spectrum, this also shows how fucking people react with utter and complete cowardice and nothing but self-preservation on their minds.
But how dumb is he really?
Human nature.
He's still breathing.
Well, that's debatable. You're absolutely right.
I'm just fucking around.
No, but you're right, because both of them are basic human nature.
Right.
I mean, but what dictates what is what? You know, like what makes somebody take the bullet for another person, and what makes somebody fucking pass his kids down fucking range and run out and get in a car. He couldn't get far enough away just by leaving.
That's the exact moment when you find out whether a person is wired to be a good person or a bad person.
Right.
That's the difference.
Or a person that could be depended upon, or a person that's just a lump of shit. And meanwhile, if you're just hanging out without any adverse circumstance like this happening, you'd never know. Like this guy might have, you know, to his friends, he's like, he's a great guy, very dependable. Yeah, he drove me to work a few months when I didn't have a car. He was there on time every day. You could really depend on him. And then, you know, when it reaches a point, he is all about himself.
And of course, the football fans are chiming in on YouTube too.
Oh.
Typical Broncos fan. Ducks out like a bitch when shit goes sour.
Oh, man.
You guys want to? Okay, go ahead.
Nah, I was just going to say somebody uploaded Jamie Rohr's exclusive footage of him leaving the scene.
Yeah.
And can you guess what?
I bet it's George Costanza when he saw smoke.
That's why I love the internet. I know that there's people just like me.
Yes.
This guy writes, what a fag. He let some kid take a bullet for him and got 2 people killed. He even interviews like some super vag.
Super vag. Yeah, this guy is never, ever going to live this down.
No.
He has to walk around with that fucking shame.
You think he's ashamed, or is he too dumb right now?
No, there's no one that isn't going to know that they fucking...
But I'll tell you right now, he's right in that thing now. Like, it all is so fresh. Like this Joker jerk off living his fantasies, the Joker.
Yeah.
This hasn't sunk in yet. Even the shooter is still in shock that he did it.
Yeah.
This guy, this fucking Jamie Rohr's guy, is still thinking that his argument is believable and his lie is believable and his bullshit is believable.
Yeah.
Do you guys know YOLO?
Yeah. Yes.
The concept of YOLO, you only live once. This YouTube commenter said Jamie Rohr's pretty much said YOLO to his family and started running.
YOLO! YOLO! As he's fucking running down the hallway and running to his vehicle. He really...
There's not a single person that isn't just...
Who's supporting this guy? Is anyone supporting this guy? If I guess she might have thought, like, God, if I don't fucking say yes to this proposal, he will just fucking... Well, he probably wouldn't kill himself.
No,
We've seen his self-preservation.
She doesn't even know what she's doing either. She's in shock as well.
It's the father of kids that are alive.
Yeah,
it hasn't sunk in.
Yeah, I think when she has time to really think about this, she's going to be bothered big time by this.
She's going to say one day, baby, can I ask you something?
You think it'll be a quiet night, like in bed, and it's like, baby? Yeah.
I told you that.
Can I ask you something? Yeah, sweetie, go ahead. What's up? That day in the theater. Yeah.
Remember that day?
Yeah. Oh my God, baby, it's so good that we're all here and together. I thank God every day. Yeah, me too. But what were you thinking when you left us there?
When you threw the baby between the seats
and its head got
and
stuck,
amp sprayed,
and the crying child, like. And you just left us there.
The baby was crying, and that's the noise that made him run away, because he was afraid that crying baby was going to attract he reacted to a crying baby the way I do. He ran.
Let me ask you guys this. I know now in my life I would die for my wife and my son. Who would you die for? If you're in that theater.
You really got to think about, though. Like, you could just say, "Well, I'd die for that person."
But I think an honest answer would be you wouldn't die for anyone, which would be fair, obviously. How far would you go with your heroism?
That's pretty fucked up. I've had relationships.
Would you
in the
sacrifice
past.
your own life for a complete stranger?
No way.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not brave enough.
Yeah,
I can only speculate that I would if I had a child, because I know that nature gives us that incredibly strong instinct to protect your own young.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you, that's one realization you do have. You're like, holy fuck, it's like a light bulb. You're like, wait a minute, I know I would die for my kid.
But I don't think, okay, here's what it is. I don't think a lot of people go into a situation of heroics thinking, okay, I'm going to die doing this. I think most of them go into it thinking, wow, that person really needs help. I'm going to help them. I know this is dangerous, but I hope nothing happens. Like, it's not that jump in front of the gun as the bullet's whizzing towards someone thing.
But some of these guys are absolutely wired to the point where they would do that.
It's a helping thing because there's an instinct for humans to help also. If that instinct is strong, then you help. I think there's still the self-preservation aspect of it, thinking, I hope I'm able to get through this and not get killed. Then there's the complete other end where you leave your crying child and family, jump in a vehicle, and drive far away.
Yeah, in this case, you got to realize my life is pretty much over.
And I don't think you could.
I got a lot of shit I got to try to do here.
Yeah.
I had a kind of an open mind at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, now it's just forget about it.
No, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think anybody is capable of risking their life for other people in the right situation. I don't think you know if you could or would do it unless that situation presents itself. Like, if you're in that theater, Jimmy, you're saying, I wouldn't do anything. In that situation, you look over, you see somebody that might need help. You might get this just instinctual thing to help somebody, or I could drag this person a little bit this way to get him out of. And if you're killed doing it, you'd be lauded as a fucking hero.
But we're talking about guys that absolutely jumped in front of bullets.
Yeah,
were they complete strangers? Some were girlfriends, right?
Yeah, there were 3 guys that died for their girlfriends.
Yeah,
they were for their girlfriends.
Oh, I wouldn't be one of them.
Well, imagine those girls now with the next boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough act to follow, huh?
Because having a wife is different than a girlfriend, so I'm thinking back to some of my exes.
You forgot my fucking birthday, huh?
Yeah.
My other boyfriend, let me tell you what he did. What he did for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Roses, huh? That's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. Did I tell you what my other boyfriend did?
The only reason I'm dating you is because he saved my life and he's no longer on Earth.
Could you drive me to the cemetery so I could, pay tribute to the man that saved my life?
Right.
Do you think the relationship between Jamie Roars and his son is going to be fragmented once he finds out what he did?
Yeah, that's going to be...
There is one person who's on his side on the YouTube comments.
Oh, who's that?
J.R.
Oh, my God.
But they're using good
Jamie
logic.
Roars.
They're saying everyone needs to shut the fuck up. It was fate. If he would have went back or stayed, he could have been dead right now, and his kid would not have a father.
Yeah.
This was fate.
Fate.
Right.
The day fate stepped in.
Yeah.
On the Twilight Zone.
It was not fate. It was feet, and he beat them. This is not a case of me saying a guy should have protected his girl. He left his fucking crying infant in a theater to protect himself. He stinks.
Yeah.
They're going to get into a fight one day, and she's going to say, "Why don't you ask your father what he did to you when you were 4 months old?"
Oh, the kid will know. The kid will know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the internet. This doesn't go away.
Oh, imagine that.
Daddy, tell me what happened at the movie theater. Yeah.
Well, son.
Mom said you ran out like it was a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Mommy said we were left all alone and you left in the car. How come Mommy got shot while you was driving around listening to the radio? What was you doing while Mommy... How come there was a Negro helping Mommy while you was driving around listening to the radio? Daddy, why didn't you hear me crying while my head was stuck in the movie seat? Why did you put my head in between the chairs? Why did you fall down on me? Daddy, why didn't you want to crush me, but you didn't mind leaving me there crying while the man was shooting bullets? Daddy, who was the boy that helped Mommy?
This one YouTube commenter observes, the black dude will end up beating up her pussy one day.
Beating up her pussy someday. Wonderful.
I hope so. But that guy asking her to marry him was his act of heroism because he was so ashamed.
Yes,
he was so ashamed of what he did. And he had to look at her face. And how could he change the moment?
Yes.
He could go, please marry me. Okay.
Oh.
Like, She had probably been saying, "When are you going to marry me?" She had probably been saying, "When will you marry me? When will you marry me?" Oh, yo, someday, baby. Yo, someday, baby. You know, that fucking douchebag in his straight fucking hat brim. And that was his way of making a... Basically, what happened was she walked in and caught him with a dick in his mouth.
Yes.
And she goes, "What are you doing?" And he went... "I'm just about to paint the garage like you asked." And he jumped up and grabbed the paint and did the garage.
That's exactly what happened there.
Horribly, horribly ashamed. And he asked her to wipe that, "Oh my God, you're a pussy" look off her face.
Yep.
And by the way, if they wouldn't have survived, he would have lied and said that
he
saw them
tried.
getting shot.
Absolutely with his lawsuit.
He knew and had to leave because he was just flustered. That is exactly what the fuck happened. I think also, she was in the bathroom right before?
She was probably on her phone mumbling, and he thought he heard "coward" as she was vomiting.
She was actually naming her lump of shit after him. Oh, God, what a fucking... This guy, he's got to carry this. Yeah, the shame.
That was he couldn't believe that he did it. And the horror of seeing her there and alive, like the moment was over, and he realized, I left my fucking girl and children. I'm a coward.
Ran away.
How can I make this look off her face?
Drove away.
How can I take the look of what we both know just happened off her face?
That's a great point.
Will you marry me? Immediately changes what her focus is. Oh, yes. But then he forgets that a couple days are going to go by.
You can only ask that once, yeah.
She's stone-facing this motherfucker.
He's just going to keep trying to distract her. Look, flowers.
Yeah.
Look, a puppy.
Yeah.
And she's not avoiding all his feedback and comments on her man.
No way.
And that's going to play in her head,
And
too.
she knows.
Her friends. Imagine her friends on the phones like, this don't work. Right.
I thought we put the new batteries in.
Put new batteries in.
We put the new batteries in.
I guess it's broken.
Hey, I'm on the phone with the girl that has a pussy boyfriend.
Marriage is tough enough, and now you got that to deal with.
Hey, there we go. I'll just talk into it this way.
That's weird. Who knew it worked that way? All right.
Wow,
I would have karate chopped the guy.
No,
Would you?
Whoever. The guy with the gun, I would have fucking spun kicked him.
You would have been scared, no?
I'm not, man. You just got
He
to...
was shooting.
I would have fucking just ducked down, and when he came by, I just would have jumped up like fucking pow.
You don't get worried?
I don't give a fuck, no. I ain't worried. All my training.
Wow.
Training? What kind of training have you had? All right. Yeah. Training. This fucking Spanish girl, what is her name?
Sofia Vergara.
She's the top paid television actress.
She is beautiful. Man.
19 million this past year?
Yeah.
What? Was this with endorsements too, or did she do other stuff?
Holy shit.
I don't know. I mean, Modern Family is one of the hottest shows on TV, and she is...
Wow. 15 million total
No,
earnings.
she had 19. That's Eva Longoria, who
That's
has
everything,
15
though.
million.
That's everything.
Yeah. I know Sophia
How
has
about
like
even short Gloria?
Who's in second place?
She is short.
Eva Longoria is
Good
in
one,
third.
Chippa.
Yeah, she also had the Pepsi deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sofia Vergara.
yeah. She's done a few commercials.
She's
yeah.
right.
I don't know. I don't like that exotic thing. She's not bad. I like, she's not too bad. But.
Somebody twittered, every time the kid cries now, he jumps out the bedroom window.
Pavlov's pussy. Wow. That's funny.
She has to call him back in the house. He just needs a bottle. You get out of your truck, please, and help me out.
What are you doing? Where are you driving off to?
Really?
The kid's just fucking tired.
Right. He's teething, all right?
God,
Is your leg okay?
He jumps out the window.
He fucking jumped in his truck
Oh, man.
and drove away.
I think he turned on his favorite radio station.
Dude,
Yeah, let me see you.
he was just
I love this
crying
song.
and screaming and...
You want to hear from the couple?
Yeah, let's hear some more of this.
oh, goody.
I love
I'm
these.
obsessed with the
Love
couple.
this couple.
The only guy worse than Paterno today is this Zilch.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in, listen to the replay. We did a lot of time on this couple. The guy...
Somebody twittered, Penn State is permanently marked as the douche that left his kid in the theater.
Yeah.
the guy left his kid in the theater.
That's funny.
Kid, his two kids, and his girlfriend.
And at one point, he's actually in a car outside the theater by himself.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Ghost riding the whip.
Yeah, driving away.
Yeah. And people are killing him on the internet. And now we found another interview where he looks horrible.
Yeah,
I heard Jamie yell, "Get down!" and
Get down.
my daughter, she was asleep. She's laying down, and I just grabbed her and threw her. I mean,
on the ground.
Got her and just threw her on the ground.
She threw Azza to the floor, and I ducked with Ethan. And when I ducked, his head like fell back because the way I was holding it into the crack in the seats in front of us, and like got stuck, and he was crying, and I was like, his head's exposed, he's gonna get shot, and I can't stand up because people were standing up getting shot. So I jumped over and was like, I gotta get him, I got it. So I like just maneuvered over somehow and grabbed him and like crawled towards the stairway, and I'm just thinking, should I play dead? Are they coming up the stairs? Like, how many are there?
So you got the kid out of his head out of the thing.
Yeah.
And then where's the part where you save yourself and leave him?
When does that happen?
Well, Patricia, she now talks about how everyone else helped her except him.
Oh, no.
And there was a point where the gunshots stopped. And I saw people running, and I thought, they're running, he's not shooting, just get up and go. And I just got up, I grabbed my daughter's hand, and we just got out of there as soon as we could.
You ran?
Yeah, I was trying to find Jamie. I didn't have my phone. Thankfully, there were three people, 2 boys and a girl. I wish I would have gotten their name. The female lent me her cell phone so that I could call Jamie, help me with my daughter. You know, I'm thankful for that. Just that there were, people who were willing to help.
People that were willing to help.
Fucking humiliating.
Oh, poor Jamie.
This next clip is my favorite.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, yeah.
Jamie is the worst boyfriend
what a
ever.
hunk of shit.
Well, Jamie now stresses the. Should I say it or
no?
Just let it go.
Okay. Someone said we're misunderstanding things. He was just out in the car getting the air conditioning going.
You know, that's very nice of him.
It
is summer.
It's hot, and after a gunfight,
the country has been suffering from a lot of heat this summer.
Very hot.
We just need to be there for each other and like be kind to each other. People come.
Well, you missed the first line. We need to be there.
Be there for each other. How about be there for each other?
Yeah, unless
starting now.
Now, I'm going to be there for you starting. Okay, right now. I'm going to be there.
I promise to love, honor, and cherish you in sickness and in health, just not in movie theaters when somebody's shooting at us. And then I will leave you and the baby with his head stuck in something while he cries and attracts gunfire like a beacon. I will hide and leave you and a young black gentleman to get out of the theater together.
You know what? They are getting married, so those vows, that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I could see the priest there.
Love, honor, and protect.
Well, we could. I guess we could cross that.
Could I love and honor?
In this case, I guess we could cross that part.
Yeah, cross protect out.
And then the black dude will stand up. Yo, I'll protect her.
Yeah, I'm on the motherfucker.
We just need to be there for each other and like be kind to each other. People come. We rush through life taking everything for granted, like money, clothes, and so materialistic, and
just getting so stressed out.
He's
keep your
diverting.
family's your number one priority. It's like I say.
Wait, he said his
family's number one priority.
Family's number one priority.
Yeah.
Number two.
Unless,
He's
number
one.
two.
Yeah, Family's number two.
And by the way, you take things for granted. You think about money and clothes. You mean like the matching hat and fucking Broncos jersey you were wearing?
You hate this guy?
I hate
He's
this guy.
awful.
Family's
You all hate
important.
him.
He's the worst person.
Family.
Number one priority. It's like I say, we rush through life. We forget to tell each other we love you.
We rush in life. Yes, we forget to bring our babies. We rush in life.
And we rush out of movie theaters alone.
Yes, we forget to bring our children.
Oh, God.
Get to tell each other we love you, and it's like call your friends, call your family, kiss your son, kiss your daughter, hug them. You never know when it's going to be the last
just
time.
don't save them.
I just remember seeing his head looking up at me, seeing his little eyes, and just crying. crying there.
And did he say, "Where you going?" Do you remember hearing that?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, where you going? I'm still here. I remember looking at his head as I stepped on it to get to safety. Go fuck yourself.
I think the baby was saying, "Hey, Dick, my arms and legs don't really work yet.
I remember
It's up to you."
I remember looking at his little eyes and his little head as a darker hand saved him while I ran to safety and put the radio on.
And no one like whines like this during an entire interview. I've seen people get very emotional during interviews, and they kind of calm down a little. They take a breath. He has this phony.
It's a constant.
It's a constant
diversion.
whine diversion. Right. Please
really
feel
broken
sorry for me because I know everyone hates me because I'm a piece of shit.
So overwhelmingly, a lot of people have questions as far as what this guy did that
He
night.
has an awful
But
story.
Yeah, I know, but why the quote real media? Why aren't they asking him some of this stuff?
Because they like the romance of him getting married more. But why don't they point out this guy is filled with shame? He's a bum. He's a bum. He left his son in there too, right? He didn't grab the infant.
No.
He left all three of them.
Yeah.
He left all three.
You grab the baby, you put the baby on the floor.
Look, when the show started, I was trying to have a little bit of an open mind for this guy. I'll be honest, but as the show ends, oh my god,
What a hunk of
Holy
garbage.
Fuck.
Left his baby.
Holy fuck. But these, the next reporter that has these guys, they should ask some tough questions.
It should be us.
Have you seen the internet? Everyone is kind of trashing you.
Yeah.
And then maybe he'll enlighten everyone with an answer. I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I absolutely doubt it.
You seeing his little eyes and just crying there. Just being so frustrated about what to do. I don't want him to get hurt because your little boy. And
Well, that was his most honest comment, at least. He said, I was frustrated trying to figure out what to do.
Yes, which way to go, he should have said. I was trying to figure out, now that the beacon is here drawing gunfire, I can make a safe getaway. That's good.
Beacon.
Use the loud kid to fucking draw the gunfire, cocksucker.
I was very confused because I couldn't find my car keys right away.
Yeah, I didn't know that somebody scratched my door. And I have a Broncos hat, and I dropped it, so I stepped on my son's face and legs to get my Broncos hat because it matches.
I was stressed out. I didn't know where I parked in the parking lot. Took me a while to find my car.
Yes.
To put on my favorite radio station.
And I didn't get to see the end of the movie.
And I was hot, so I turned on the AC, and then I waited for the phone to ring.
That's fucking humiliating.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What a fucking bum this guy is.
Yes.
What a hunk of shit. Wow. You can't, to leave you, and again, wife and girlfriend to me are, maybe some people feel that way, but I can understand that because they're adults. In nature, I don't know if it instills in you the way it does to protect the young. Which, can you imagine leaving your daughter?
I don't. I no.
Like, wouldn't you just lay over her?
Oh,
well,
would
yeah,
you be getting bashed in here?
What? If I left?
If you did that, your dumb interviews on TV, we'd be in here just bashing you.
Can you imagine just fucking? I mean, you can't imagine leaving.
I don't know how you just.
Well,
I
imagine you can actually.
How you leave?
I got.
I see what you did
I'm
there.
kidding, Travis.
Travis.
Travis turned me on this one. I hate this guy now. Hate him.
One week ago, I left that movie theater with two bad knees.
Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio, with two very bad knees.
And a dream to live my life.
And a dream to become a Major League Baseball player.
What happened?
I thank God the dream came true.
I thank God he saved my own life.
He just fucking jumped.
Yeah.
Left his family
Well,
there.
he's going to have to live with that.
Yeah,
that's definitely going to come out.
Does he kill himself someday?
No, I hope not.
I don't know, man.
Someone's saying he's probably going to get so frustrated he shoots up a theater.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. The circle of life, yes.
Sal, did you learn anything on today's show, on the air?
Yes.
What did you learn today?
I learned that if you're with a girl and you really fuck up, just propose.
Just propose after she shits.
Yeah.
Let her shit
first. Yeah.
Let her shit and then propose, and she'll probably say yes. And I will say this: we spent most of the time on today's show talking about this guy, the couple, where the guy left his baby and 4-year-old along with his wife in the movie theater, and then swung down like Indiana Jones down to the floor of the theater, ran off, jumped in his car, put on some cool tunes, and just cruised down the road waiting for a phone call. If it came. If it didn't come, good. He doesn't have to turn back around. But I think, Eric, would you take a bullet in this situation for your wife? Don't just say yes because she listens.
No, for my wife, definitely.
You would?
Yeah. I think the instinct is stronger if you have kids.
No, I think so, too.
That you would I mean, I don't have a kid, so I can't really say, but I think that if you had a kid in that situation, your first instinct is do whatever to make sure that kid is okay.
Sal?
Yes.
Would you do it for, we talked about this before, your last serious girlfriend?
Yeah.
If you were in that theater with her,
Yeah.
what would have been your move?
I would have been in my car.
You would have swung down from the rafters, Tarzan style.
Oh, yeah.
GTFO.
Yeah, fuck that cunt.
YOLO, baby.
Yeah.
What about, even in hindsight, what about if it was before you broke up with her?
No, even still, I wouldn't.
You're just not that guy.
No, I mean, it's not that I'm not that guy. It's just I didn't fucking like her that much.
Like, I think for Jess, I would protect her. It's my wife. But I know that none of my exes, based on previous behavior, would I have ever done that. Like, I mean, I specifically remember being in friends' backyards where they would, in the summer, they take out the water balloons. Uh-oh, here comes craziness. And I know that I got screamed at because in an effort to dodge a water balloon, I grabbed her by the arms and held her in front of me. So there's no way that I didn't want to get wet, okay? If it were my life on the line, if it were bullets, there's no way.
Did you say hit her? She has a white shirt. Leave me alone.
That I would help this chick out. Yeah, I would much rather humiliate this chick and get her all wet than ever get hit with a water balloon. So yeah, there's no way for an ex I would ever do that. However, if I had 2 children with this woman, I would probably at least try to save the children. I mean, I guess everybody's going to say that, but I think it does take a special person to actually go as far as to get in the car and drive away from the theater.